how to maximize your profits using Binance Launchpad. In this video, I will show you how to use Binance Launchpad after the changes that Binance has made to the Launchpad and how to maximize your profits using Binance Launchpad. If you do not have an account on Binance, you can use the referral link in the description and get a discount of 10%. If you're asking yourself, why should I participate in these IEOs on Binance? Then this chart shows you one good reason why you should participate. Of course, not financial advice, but you can see here that the average return of investments on IEOs on Binance at this time is more than 900%, and the average all-time high return of investments on the IEOs on Binance is 1,867%, and these numbers are quite old because this chart is 1 year old, so these numbers are significantly higher at this moment because we are in the bull market. This list of Binance Launchpad projects also shows you that the projects that are launched from the Launchpad are really high quality. If you see, for instance, VARCX is a top 100 project at the moment, so you would have got really good high gains if you participated in this IEO. Kava is top 200 project, Band Protocol top 200 and with a lot of potential. Wink is in the top 100 at the moment. Elrond is top 50 project at the moment and has a potential to be a lot higher. Harmony, I think it's a top 100 project, but a solid project. Matic, of course, it's not a top 50 at the moment, but will probably be it, and definitely a top 100 project. Fetch AI, top 200 project. BitTorrent is actually the project that is highest on CoinMarketCap at the moment of these Binance Launchpad projects. I think it's the top 30. Yeah, and Bread is also not a bad project. So really high quality projects have come out of Binance Launchpad, which is of course a good reason to participate in these IEOs, even though you can't be sure if this pattern will continue. As I said in the intro, Binance has changed the concept of the Launchpads. So where before it was a lottery, now it's a subscription. So before you were not guaranteed an allocation in the Launchpad projects because it was a lottery and you had to win the lottery to get an allocation. Now you simply have to subscribe and you will get an allocation in the new Launchpad project. This is actually a major advantage compared to other Launchpads. Most Launchpads on the market at the moment, they use a lottery system, which Binance also used earlier, which means that it's really difficult to get an allocation in these Launchpad projects. But when you use Binance Launchpad, you simply have to subscribe in order to get tokens. So you are guaranteed tokens as long as you remember to subscribe. And you can see here the subscription period starts for this project started the 7th of April at 8 o'clock and lasted until 12 o'clock. So you had 4 hours to subscribe and thereby be securing your allocation in this Launchpad project. When you subscribe to the Launchpad project, you have to decide how many of your Binance coins you want to subscribe to the project. And you can see there's a hard cap per user of 49.26 Binance coins, which is quite a lot. You can see here it's approximately $28,000 US. Maybe you think that's a bit too much to subscribe to the project, but then you have to remember that there's a lot of interest in these projects. So if you subscribe for this amount of BNB, you will not get an allocation that is in this size because you will only get a fraction of the BNB you subscribe to the project. So it's not a financial advice, but I would subscribe all the BNBs that I have to this project, because you will probably only get something like 0.5% of the BNB that you subscribe to the Launchpad project in Launchpad tokens. So you will get a really small amount if you don't subscribe your entire BNB allocation to the project. If you want to read about the project before you decide if you want to participate in the IO, which could be a good thing, even though all the IOs have done well, then it's a good idea to know what are you investing in. And therefore there's a website for the project and the white paper of the project and a research report, and they contain a lot of information about the project so that you have an idea about how strong a project is it actually. This is the chart of the last Launchpad project on Binance, and if you look at the first hour candle, you can see that the price started with 10 cents and went up to $10. And that means that actually it was possible, if you were lucky, to get 100x on your investments. And that shows that there is a reason to pay attention to Binance Launchpad projects, because there's a lot of gains to be made. It is of course hard to sell your tokens here. I think that's only like a few percent that I managed to sell the tokens at the very top, but to sell your tokens somewhere here is not impossible. And it also, this 1 hour candle shows you that it's a good idea to be ready when the tokens are released on the exchange, so that you have a chance to sell them in the first hour. If you think it's a really good project, you can always buy the tokens back here or here and then hold them until there will be a breakout again. It's time for my final thoughts about Binance Launchpad. It's a major advantage that you are guaranteed an allocation in the project. Secondly, all the projects so far on Binance Launchpad has been of high quality, and there's no reason not to think that this will continue. The third thing is the ease of use. It's really easy, even though if you are a beginner to crypto, to participate in these IOs, especially compared to IOs on decentralized exchanges, where you have to be a little bit experienced in crypto in order to understand what to do. You need separate wallets to participate in those IOs. The drawback about Binance Launchpad is that you will get quite a small allocation if you do not hold a lot of BNB, and the price of BNB is quite high at the moment, $530 US. So if you only hold a few BNB, or if you want to buy BNB in order to participate in Binance Launchpad projects, then you will get a really small allocation, and this is the major drawback with the Binance Launchpad. It's not so different from other launchpads, but still this is a drawback with the Binance Launchpad. This was all I had to say about the Binance Launchpad and the projects on Binance Launchpad. Remember to, if you like this video, to like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe, and also click the little notification bell so you get my next videos. So long.